Alrighty, so the problem that we're having right now is when we subscribe to state, we get the latest state, and then we also get the latest action. And the problem is that when we get the state and we've added an element, the latest action will be an add. And so this code right up here won't execute. And then when we get the action, or then when we do process the action by filtering out of type of add, then all we receive is the add element, which is why when we do a hot reloading, we're not getting the entire playlist populated. We're not getting it populated because the last element was event was an add, and our add doesn't recreate our list. So the way I'm going to fix this is actually breaking out our playlist store, breaking out what we expose into two separate streams. One stream is just going to be the events that happen in order to create the state, and the next stream is going to be just the state itself. So instead of saying this state equals events, scan, publish, replay, I'm going to say this actions equals events, scans, and then I'm going to do a normal publish. I'm not going to republish an action. What is an action? Well, an action is going to be one of the things that caused the state to change, such as a new item was added or removed. Then I'm going to also do a state. I'm going to say state equals, and this is simply going to be this actions, and I will do a publish replay on this. So publish replay 1. And then I'm going to connect, actually I don't even need to connect it because I've already connected the state. So what I'm doing here is if you want the list of, or the changes to the playlist as they come up, but you're not interested about the history, subscribe to actions. If you just want the state once, and then all the changes to the state in the future, then then subscribe to state. So how can we implement this? Well, let's go ahead and jump into list.js for our playlist component. And I'm going to change from, for our add, instead of doing state filter add, I'm going to do actions filter add. I'm going to do the same thing up here. Instead of state, I'm going to do actions. And then I'm actually going to change this a little bit. I'm going to say observable dot merge this playlist actions, but I'm also going to merge in this playlist state money dot first. Now, before I explain what's going on here, let's jump up to the, or actually, we want to take this filter and only apply it to the actions. All right, let's jump up to the top, and let's import observable from RxJS. So what I'm doing here is I'm merging in two streams. I'm merging in the first state that is going to be a publish replay. That'll always emit the entire state whenever it's finished, no matter what the previous action was. And then I'm merging it with future list operations. So with this code, we will get a stream, both A, when we immediately subscribe, we will receive a state that contains everything. And then from that point forward, we will receive all list events. And then that's how we're going to populate the list. There's one more thing I want to do here, and that is actually going to be going back to the store. And for my state, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Let's go back to the store. Let's full screen this. And for our playlist store, for our state, I'm actually going to say this. I'm also going to start with, or actually, let's do start with, and then say default state. So with this, we'll always receive a state the first time we subscribe, even if it's just the default state. And then we will, if it's not the default state, then we'll receive whatever was published by our actions being invoked. And then this will combine, again, both the first state, which will always happen the second we subscribe, as well as future list events. And I believe that's going to be the behavior we're looking for. So let's go ahead and refresh over here. And it looks like we're getting an error. So this state connect is not a function. Oh, whoops. I want to connect actions, not state. Let's refresh again. All right. So now we're not getting anything. Are we getting an error? Cannot read property list of undefined on... we're still having that source map issue. I wonder what's up with that. So on eval, on safe subscribe eval, merge, can't receive list of undefined. Oh, that's because our state to to make this the state actually conform to our existing stream's schema or scheme or whatever, we have to say state is default state, because it's expecting something it's expecting an envelope that would also normally contain the type. But in this case, we don't have a type here because we literally are just publishing the state. So we'll just populate the state. And now we get our state. But most importantly, now, so take a look at this code. These are the lines of code that we changed here. So go ahead and take a look at that if you want. Now let's come back here and test our live reloading again. So up here, I'm going to say console log hey, and check that out. It might be a little bit more obvious if I actually changed some of the HTML. So don't do this. I'm just doing this for to show you guys what's going on. So let's say instead of the time right here, we wanted to say black. And then we get a syntax error because moment's no longer used. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Instead of source.title, we'll say black or whatever. Hit Control S. And it looks like we're having an issue. Looks like things got reloaded, but didn't. Maybe not. Maybe they didn't get. Oh, I changed the title. So if we hover over it, we see our new fixed or broken title. Hit Control S again, and it did refresh. You guys probably didn't see it because it happened so fast. You guys probably didn't see it at the 10 frames a second or whatever I'm recording at, but it did refresh. So now our live reloading is working now, and that's exactly what we want. So now we fix that, and I think it's time to move on and actually implement our YouTube API so we can add actual YouTube videos. And we'll see you guys.